Welcome to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Ask Me Anything. I am spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White. And today is May 25th, 2023. How the heck are you guys? Did you have a good week? Was it a difficult week? We do have some really challenging astrological aspects going right now. But the first thing I want to mention is Tina Turner. I was very sad to hear about Tina Turner. Really, really sad to hear about Tina Turner. I thought she was such an icon and such a force in nature. I never could have imagined that she could pass. Isn't that a funny statement? I just loved her energy, and I love the fact that she was the most amazing survivor of really difficult circumstances. So I just, I know a lot of people are talking about Tina right now, and I never met her, but I just so admired her. She gave me a lot of strength. You know, if you're in a really challenged relationship with abuse, you know, make sure you learn everything you can about Tina Turner, because she'll give you a lot of strength. She's amazing, and her legacy will live on forever. Never saw energy like that one, ever. But anyway, I want to say hi to everybody. Hi, Bernadette. I love you too. It says your birthday is 2/90. It's so funny, and mine is 9/20. I looked at that and I thought, is that September 20th? Hi, Dee Dee from Chicago. Hi, we're going to talk about dreams. We'll talk about all this kind of stuff. Hi, Greg. Oh, hi, Teresa. Hi, Suella. Hi, Suella. I'm watching from Malaysia. Well, thank you for watching from Malaysia. Hi, Ellie. Hi. Thanks for tonight's show. Red-faced heart shape. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you. Hi, Greg. Hi, Eric. Well, thank you, Eric, for saying I'm awesome. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Linda. Hi, Sue. Hi, Deanie from British Columbia, Canada. Hi, Tom. Hi, Mitzi Carruthers. Oh, my God. The alarm went off at 2 a.m. in the morning here. Just love seeing you and James both live. So sweet. Oh, my God. And you're like in Zimbabwe. So I'm really impressed. Thank you, Mitzi. I appreciate that. Hi, Wanda. Hi, Ruth. Hi, Dolly. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Anne. Hi, Julianne. Hi, Renee. I mean, I could just keep going on, but I think I'm going to start and do some astrology. And I want to say thank you to everybody for sending really great questions. I'm going to go over a lot of the questions that you guys have written. I'll answer as many possible questions that I can. But let me do a little astrology, because this week is intense. And by the way, I'm going to do, James and I will not be here on Monday. It's Memorial Day. But the following Thursday, a week from today, I'll be back on. And I'm going to do, I'll talk about the astrological aspects of June. And I can tell you in advance, the first 2 weeks in June are a little better than the second 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks are pretty intense because Saturn actually goes retrograde. So that will make it a lot more intense. And I'm talking Vedic astrology here. But let's talk about today. Today's May 25th. And for the next several days until May 31st, we have Jupiter and Rahu have an exact conjunction in Aries. And Jupiter is the spiritual guru. It's the largest planet. It brings good things. And when it's in a conjunction exactly with Rahu, Rahu's the planet of like the troublemaker, it can cause a lot of issues. So this week, it can cause a lot of issues for people in a lot of ways, because at the same time, it brings economic struggles. It brings disorder. On a personal level, things may not feel right. Like you may not be in touch with your wisdom very much. And Rahu, which is a planet in Vedic astrology, it's really the north node in Western astrology. It relates to things that are out of control. It relates to things like fear and ambition. It's animalistic in nature. So it's very intense. And when that goes conjunct at the same degree as Jupiter, it can bring all kinds of weird, odd behavior and things happen out of the blue for the next several days. Okay, and actually, On the 27th, it's an exact conjunction, and the 27th is Saturday. So I can imagine that's going to be a pretty rough day, actually. Also on May 26th, tomorrow, Mars, the planet of war, which is it's in Cancer right now in Vedic astrology, and it's at the midpoint of Rahu and Ketu. And Rahu and Ketu are the north and the south nodes. And this could, tomorrow actually, we could have a lot of shifts in consciousness in the world, because it brings a lot of extreme emotional challenges. Okay, so this week it brings up a lot of stuff. The other thing that I had talked about the other day is Venus, the planet of love, the planet of relationships, and it can be friendships too. It doesn't have to be love relationships, friendships, work relationships. It could be any type of a relationship. It brings, and finances. Also, Venus rules finances. It's out of bounds right now. So this could bring, and this goes out of bounds until June 1st. Again, next several days. This could really test relationships, because when Venus is out of bounds, it has to do with everything that's exaggerated, exaggerated in money, exaggerated in relationships. It's exerts its lowest qualities. Okay, like on the high side of Venus, it's love is an amazing thing and it's a good thing. But on its low side, it's really challenging. So that's what I'm talking about in the next several days. So it just, watch your behavior, watch other people's behavior, try to be mindful of others, be mindful of yourself. Okay, that's what I would say with this. These next few days are pretty intense. Okay, so I'm going to start answering a lot of questions, and I did have some good questions, that I wanted to start with this. And I am going to do readings from Talking to Heaven. From Talking to Heaven, these are James's cards, Talking to Heaven. So if you've lost a loved one, I'm going to do as many of those as possible. Okay, and I'm going to just I'm gonna shuffle these cards here if I can get the words out. Here we go. This has been not an easy week. I'll say that. That's what we call not an easy week. Let me shuffle these cards. Okay, so this is for Nancy Powers Connolly. She said, my sister died from brain cancer, and I miss her dearly. Okay, Nancy, so I'm going to get you a card from your sister. That's really hard to lose a sibling. Really impossible. She says, as a soul, I can be in several places at once. So just know that she is around you. She can be in many places. She can be with your loved ones on the other side too. Okay, Nancy? Just know she's around. Please know that. Make a note of that. Okay? So I appreciate that. So let's see. Okay, Sylvia Santa Cruz. Hi, Sylvia. Hi, Kellee. My brother Angel got very sick all of a sudden. Cardiac arrest today. Wow. At 3 a.m., resuscitated and intubated. Would he recover? His birthday is 8/19. That's a 7 of clubs. So let me address that. But let me just say that, Sylvia, first of all, I'm very sorry about that. I have chills everywhere. I don't get the sense that it's his time to go. I get more of the sense that this is his, how they call wake-up calls. That's that I get the sense of that today. Today, I've known of many people that have had sudden onset of health issues, like big ones. There's something, this is a hard week. It's a hard week. So I don't get the sense that he's going to pass. I get the sense that it's more of a wake-up call. He's a 7 of clubs. 7 of clubs has to take, they have to come out of fear and negativity and actually come to a place of spirituality. When somebody has a situation like this, a sudden something, it often brings a new way of seeing things, and that's what I was saying about consciousness shifting this week for people. That it absolutely can happen. But Sylvia, I don't get the sense at all that he's going to pass. I get the sense that he's going to survive. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I think we're going to hear a lot of these oddball things, though. So I appreciate that question. And this is an interesting question. This is from Amy Van Zost. She says, "Hi, Kelly. Thank you for doing your show every week and spending your time with us." Oh, my pleasure. Can you explain free will versus how we plan out parts of our life before we return? So she said, "I know the other side is so intelligent, but we can't see someone's actions before we come back. So, for example, we plan our death. So, if we get into a car accident because someone was drinking and driving, would that have been a pre plan to help us grow?" So, let me say this, Amy. Earth is complicated, and it's complicated for a lot of reasons. And you can imagine the planning that goes into our lives before we incarnate. So, we have, when we plan everything on the other side, we plan destiny points, we plan situations, for instance, car accident, drinking, driving. And the reason we might plan that situation is so we would understand forgiveness for self and forgiveness for others. These are big life lessons. Now, we do have free will here. So let's say that was a destiny thing that was going to happen. Let's just say this. But the other thing that could be that because we have free will, perhaps you would have used your free will and said, I'm not going to drink and drive. Then you would have learned whatever lesson that you were supposed to be learning. I'm not going to drink and drive. So life it's a complicated question, and it's a complicated answer because Earth is complicated. But we do have free will. The reason it's like imagine this is like the greatest challenge ever coming to Earth, because for our soul, it's got to be, because we do have free will. We could say, I'm going to drink and go out and drive. Or you might say, I think not. It's not a good choice. So we have free will there. And then there are the destiny points, things that happen in life too. So, but thank you for that question. I hope I answered it to some degree. It's a tough one. Linda Long, hi Kelly. How can you tell me where I can find my niche or my tribe, like-minded people? Well, we have like-minded people here. We're going to be going on a cruise with James Van Prague, which is going to be great. I think there are still a couple of rooms left, I think, but I'm not sure. I think so. But, join spiritual groups, look for spiritual groups. You can find your tribe when you're least expecting it. You might find somebody in your tribe when you're just least expecting it. So just know that they're out there. Oh, and Renee Hounslow, you had a good question, and I wanted to answer this. She said, beautiful blessings, Kelly. She said, please, I have a question about the experience of feeling blank. I've noticed that after lots of guidance and an expanded awareness, so having that feeling of spirituality and an expanded awareness, she said that I have a feeling of being blank, and that comes in for a bit. She said, I've talked to a few others that have experienced this too recently. Have you ever experienced some blankness? Is this considered spiritual downtime? Grateful for your insight. Yes, it's the time that you go inward. So when there is that blankness, and yes, of course I've experienced it, and everybody who's had some form of spiritual awakening, and as your spiritual awakening gets larger and larger and larger, there will be those moments of blank where you go inward, you process. Mavis Patilla used to call them droplets of God. Like you would get a few droplets here or a few breadcrumbs here of something. I've had people that said to me, how come I don't have this all the time? It just doesn't work that way, because you're a soul on earth. You have to have a normal life, whatever normal would be. And I don't know from normal, but you have to be, you have to be able to, get up, take care of yourself and take care of others and do your normal, whatever your thing is. So having go inward, Renee. It's absolutely. And here's the next thing that happens after that. You're in a blank state, and I would just be grateful. Gratitude is everything. And then all of a sudden you get another breadcrumb. Oh, another door opens up for me. Oh, it's kind of like that. But great question. And of course it's happened to me. It just happens to everybody. So just know that. Okay, Sherry Craft. Hi, Sherry. I have been having, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're saying this, jays crash into my window, and a warbler was tapping on my window. What does this mean? Well, I was just talking to somebody about this today, as a matter of fact. So is it your car window, or is it your, just crash into your window? When I had I lived at the beach and I had these huge cathedral glass, I don't know, windows, huge, like huge ceilings. And I went through this phase of my spiritual awakening, and it's in my book, and my book hopefully will be out in a few months. But I talk about this. These birds were crashing into my windows, and it was pretty alarming actually when I think about it. But it means your vibration is getting higher, and it means change will come. Okay. So if jays are crashing into your window, change is going to happen. A warbler is tapping on your window, messages. And I think, Sherry, you're on a spiritual journey. And when you have a spiritual journey like this, you'll start paying attention to those kind of things. I don't know what the message is right now, but I would say you're growing spiritually. Okay. I hope that can answer that question. Angela Gullah. Hi, Angelo. My birthday is 7/17. Would love a mini reading. Going on a date with a new guy Saturday. Just wondering if you pick up on whether it might lead to love. Well, let me just say this. Okay, 7/17 is a Jack of Clubs. Jack of Clubs comes in for, usually they're healers. Jack of Clubs can be, I often find them as therapists, doctors, nurses, healers, great psychics, great mediums, something in the healing profession. So and they're really smart and they're really creative. So I love Jack of Clubs. But you're going on a date with a new guy on Saturday. So Venus is out of bounds right now. So here's what I want you to make sure that you pay attention to, because as I was just talking about Venus being out of bounds, and you're going on a date with a new guy during an auspicious time, we'll say, watch for and for red flags. Okay. Watch for the truth. Watch for, does he exaggerate? Is it, those kind of things. Just pay attention. Okay. Cause it's an oddball time. I hope that answers your question. Okay. Cause you do come in to be in a relationship. So just, pay attention to, when we go on a first date, the first thing, it's like your rose colored glasses, but just maybe don't wear rose-colored glasses. There you go. Okay, here we go. Juliana Hansen, November 21st. So you're a Queen of Hearts, Juliana. Yeah, November 21st. I should know that one by heart. Queen of Hearts. Okay. Is my career path on track, or am I going squirrel? Thank you, and blessings to everyone all night. Well, let's see. Let's do the Soul's Journey card for you, okay, Julianne? Let's do the Soul Journey by James Van Praagh. I love these cards, Soul Journey. And Queen of Hearts they're really interesting to me. You have to, you cannot be lazy. A Queen of Hearts on the negative side can be lazy. So as far as your career path, you have to really put energy into it, because you can have the greatest of success. Okay, Queen of Hearts can do a lot of things. They can move mountains. They can't be lazy. So let's get you a card. Peace. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. So if there's any negative thought about your career or anything, dig into it and look. Okay, Julianne? Dig into your career and really look if this is the right one for you. Okay. Okay. I want to answer. I have a question, and I loved this question from Kim Ann Snodgrass. Kim Ann, I appreciate this question. So I hope you're watching, Kim Ann. She said, "Hi, Kelly. I recently watched Daisy Jones and the Six." So Lori, if you're listening, Daisy Jones and the Six, which is, if you haven't seen it, it's on Amazon Prime. It's such a great show. I loved it. She said, I'm listening to the soundtrack. I did too. I just loved the music, and I just loved it. Riley Keough, who's the female lead singer and the granddaughter of Elvis Presley, stars in it. Yes. She said, this made me think about Elvis and his family. She said, I wonder if, she's talking about Riley, his granddaughter, I wonder if she may be somebody who's a good candidate for family constellation therapy. Because there is famously the death of Elvis, the recently untimely death of her mother, Lisa Marie, and her brother, who died a few years ago of suicide. It seems that this family, much like the Kennedys, just seem to be on track of a tragedy. So here's how I want to answer that. Yes, absolutely. If she came to me, that would be the first thing I would do, is I would have her go into family constellation therapy. Absolutely. It's a great call on that. But I will tell you an interesting story, and I don't say this lightly. But as a lot of you know, my mother was a psychologist, and she was a well-known psychologist, particularly well-known for being, they called her the shrink to the stars. And years and years and years ago, about a year before Elvis passed, somebody from the Elvis camp came to my mom and asked her to see Elvis, actually. And she really thought about it. She turned it down. She turned it down because there was so much control in that family, and there was so much, she didn't think she could help him, because the odds were against anybody helping him. It was a really sad, and it's sad to say, it's a sad state of affairs, really sad. But I remember my mom just being heartbroken, that she felt like and my mom she'd moved mountains, that woman. She was like her own Tina Turner, that gal. But she just didn't feel like she could be in that position to help with him. So having said that, if I saw that if that family could be helped, absolutely, with family constellation therapy and a team of people, frankly, it would take a team of people. When Elvis passed in the 70s, it was a different time in therapy, and there were a lot of people on board that were shouldn't have been. That's how I'll answer that. So I hope that helps. But great question. I really appreciate that. So, okay, let's see. Okay, Greg Scott. Hi, Kellee. I just started getting myself back into shape. Yay! Bravo. Can I have a card to help me on this journey? You betcha. Let us get one from, I love these, the Soul's Journey cards. Let's get a card for you, Greg. I think it's such a good time. This is a great time for that, Greg. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Well, that's being honest with yourself, especially with how you're physically doing, is everything. And boy, this is a very important card for being honest with how you're physically doing, getting yourself back in shape. So bravo, honey. You can do it. You could do it. I know you can do it. Okay. Oh, Michelle Krantz. Hi, Michelle. Today is my birthday. I'd love a card, please. Well, absolutely. First of all, happy birthday. You are a 7 of clubs. So 7 of clubs comes to life to find deep spirituality, and how they get there, because all 7s can be the greatest of spiritual beings. 7 of clubs really can. They have to let go of negativity. Negativity, and here's the other thing, any addictions, whether drugs, alcohol, any addictions. 7 of clubs, unfortunately, due to a lot of anxiety, they can pull in addiction. So that is something that you always have to watch, or the opposite, picking people who have addiction. Okay, so let's get you a card. But for your birthday, and your birthday is right in this time period of change. Expect a lot of change, Michelle. Okay, I can't. I just said that, but now I have to laugh because the card has changed. There you go. Thank you. Thanks for the validation, guys. I appreciate it. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So there you go, honey. Get ready for some change, because that's what's going to happen. That was a funny one. Okay. I'm going to answer this one. So let's see. Okay. Here we go. Okay. This is from Sally Esparza Sosa. So Sally said, "Hi, Kellee. I'm hoping you can help me make sense of this. Sometimes when I close my eyes, I see random colorful images of fast-moving vintage cartoons and 30s or 40s scenes of random people going about their business at a really fast pace. Kind of looks like when you flip through pages in a really fast book. I can't believe I'm the only person experiencing this. Your thoughts?" Her birthday is 7/25. So July 25th is a 3 of clubs. You are having, honey, a spiritual awakening. It's the beginning of a spiritual awakening. So a spiritual awakening like that one, when you start seeing it, almost looks like exactly how you described it with the book, and you're doing this really fast and you're like cartoon images. That has happened to many people I know. That did not happen to me. I can tell you that was not on my list. But it has happened to many people that I know. So you're not the only one. To me, it means that your pineal gland is opening up. And that's between it's your third eye is starting to open up. Three of clubs is the most psychic in the deck, period. After that, I'd say fours and fives. But James Van Praagh is a three of clubs. So Sylvia Brown, interesting, was a three of clubs. So it's very, very psychic. So I would say that opening up, and that is kind of common. That happens. So thank you for that. Hi, Angela Sophia. Hello from Buenos Aires. Hi, Angela. I'm so glad you're on from there. Oh, wow. This is great. Okay. Crystal Cook. Hi, Kelly from New Zealand. Hi, Crystal. Thank you for work. I'm March 5th. Any insights, cards for me, please? Yes. So March 5th is a very important date because it is a 5 of spades. 5 of spades are about healing and healers and travel and freedom and wanting their freedom. And almost all of them end up being healers. They usually come in for healers. They're old souls that come in to be healers. So let's get you a card, honey. Okay. Fear. I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. That's another thing about the 5 of spades, and almost all spades, they have to deal with fear and overcoming fear. So I would say that this probably will make sense to you. So pay attention to anything that you're holding in your body, in your mind, in your psyche, about fear, because I think that would be really, really important. Okay. Whoops. Here we go. Jerry Dombrowski. Hi, Jerry. Kelly, we can change our soul destiny even if we decided it on the other side. She said, can we change our soul destiny? I can't take any more of this. Can God erase some of the stuff I'm enduring? So 1122. Whenever it gets really intense for me, Jerry, and believe me, it does. And it has. And I actually will say, all right, God, you have to slow it down. I can't take it much anymore. I can't. I actually say that out loud. I'm not joking you. I actually say that. Does it work? Well, sometimes it does. Sometimes it just slows it down. So you are a Jack of Hearts. So let's talk about Jack of Hearts, Jerry. Jack of Hearts on the other side, yes, you would. Jack of Hearts is about sacrifice. It is not an easy placement. When I see somebody that has sacrifice, I know there'll be loss. I know there'll be giving, constantly giving. It's a hard one, honey. It's a hard one. Stay in meditation, go inward. And I would start saying, I've had enough. Is it all right if you guys slow this down? I honestly do that. Okay, Jerry? Take care, sweetheart. I'm sorry about that. Hi, Lori Counts. I was thinking about you, Lori, with that movie, with the which I loved, the Daisy and the Six. Nancy Powers Connolly. She said, hi, Kelly, my sister, she passed for brain cancer. I miss her. So, I just gave you, and you have a fear of passing. Oh, so, okay. Lori Count says, hi, Renee. Like Renee, I've been feeling blank foggy. I'm choosing to stay quiet, go inward as I experience an elevation in my vibration. I think that's great. My dreams are almost a review of some trauma. Thanks for mentioning that. Have to cry a bit, then journal, rest as well. Remember me, 1128. I think that's amazing. And you're also a 5 of Hearts. 5 of Hearts is all about dealing with emotions, family. That's a huge one for that. But I love the idea of what you just said, because your dreams probably are reviewing some of the trauma. And rest when you have that. I mean, I think that's fantastic that you're saying that. Hi, Amy Augustine. May I have a card? 8/16, also the date Elvis passed. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. I remember, I think everybody, I would hope you would remember where you were. I remember where I was. I was actually doing something that I've never done before, camping. Yeah, it was first and last time. 8/16. And so you are a 10 of clubs, honey. So a 10 of clubs is somebody that has a brain that has a brain. You can outthink anybody. Very, 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 very psychic. Okay, so Dorothy Martin, please, can you get a message from our mother who passed away a few days ago? Absolutely, from Talking to Heaven. Absolutely. I'm sorry that you lost your mother. I'm sorry about that. That's awful. That's awful. Here we go. I will always point you in the right direction. So your mother will be a guide for you, okay, Dorothy? And for all of your family. And I got a yes on that. All you have to do is know she's there, okay? Ask and know she's there. She's active. She's active. You wait, okay? January. Hello, Kellee. 1014. Please share your wisdom. Okay, so 1014 is August 14th, and that is an 8 of clubs. 8 of clubs. Can we talk? They have a brain power is unbelievable. They worry too much. Worry is not good. Very, very psychic. Turn any worry into psychic ability. Also, the thing about an eight of clubs is they will have had a very kind of probably a traumatic childhood. There's usually a lot of trauma that goes on with an 8 of clubs, and then they spend their life kind of having to deal with a lot of the trauma. But on the high side of it, they can be some of the greatest writers, directors, movers of things I've ever seen before, and healers and psychics. I forgot about that too. Yes, so that would be Justine Stanger Kowal. Hi, Justine. Hi, Kellee. Your birthday is 7/24. Would love to see if I have any guidance for you. And you're struggling to find a career path. So 7/24 is a 4 of clubs. Okay, so I'm a 4 of clubs, Justine. Okay, let me just tell you, I know more Justines than you could ever imagine. I'm still stunned by that. Every time I see the name Justine, I go, how could that be? I know so many of them. Okay, 4 of clubs. And you're a true Cancer. I know that in Vedic astrology, you're a Cancer. So a 4 of clubs Cancer is somebody that has to be here for healing. I mean, it almost, 4 of clubs sometimes takes a while to get their path, but it almost always has to do with some form of healing or some form of activism for people or helping people on some level. So whatever you're trying to do for your career, you will have the brain power. Also, with the 4 of clubs, they have to take a spiritual approach, and more often than not, their life begins in the second half. Not always, but a lot of times it seems to be. Okay, Nancy Babick. Any messages for my son, Micah? He passed tragically in 2020. Oh, I'm so sorry, honey. I miss him so much. March 11th is my birthday. Or a message from my mom, Tracy, or sister, Michelle. Well, that's a lot of loss. That's a lot of loss. I'm so sorry. March 11th, let me just talk about you for a second. March 11th is a Queen of Diamonds. So you might have heard me say this, and I say this often. The hardest placement, the hardest card in the deck is a 3 of Diamonds. The second one is a Queen of Diamonds. So I am sorry, Nancy, about your son, but he's telling me to tell you he's fine. He's on the other side. Oh my God. It's like he does not want you to worry. Oh my God. I am standing right next to you. There's a picture of a guy. Look at that. There you go. He's standing right next to you, Mom. Okay. He says at some point you'll know why this happened. Okay. I can't answer that right now, but okay. Okay, here we go. This is Claire Stokes O'Brien, 49. Good evening. Both of my senior dogs. Oops. I'm not sure what happened. I have no idea what happened. I was answering that, and then everything kind of just, oh, here we go. Both of my senior dogs died within 3 weeks of each other. Should I wait to get another pet? I will tell you what, Claire, does anybody know Tammy Hendricks? That's a question for Tammy, because Tammy I'm going to say yes. I'm going to actually say yes, because I think they're going to bring you other pets. And you are 4/9, April 9. Is another Queen of Diamonds. Queen of Diamonds seems to be a big thing tonight. I'm going to say yes, Claire, but I would contact Tammy Hendricks, and she's Tammy, TAMI HENDRIX, TammyHendricks.com. She's terrific animal communicator, and I think she'd have a lot to tell you about. Okay, so I would definitely say yes on that. And so let's see. Wait, hold on a second. Here's a good question. This is from Regina Joyce Clark. She said, hi, I was listening to Monday's session with Carolyn Mumolo. So on Monday night, James and I had Carolyn Mumolo, who's an incredible card reader. Like, she reads the cards and she gives you an answer. be prepared for the answer, because she's a force of life herself. She said that she this is what her question was. She said, I don't understand. She said that James and I had talked about that we had wonderful readings with her. And she said, I don't understand. Is that something that you both, James and I, already give to ourselves as mediums and psychic and spiritual readers? So I think the real question is, why would James and I have a reading by somebody? It's a good question. We just do on occasion. I very rarely do, but I love Carolyn, and I actually had a really good session with her. I had a situation that I just kind of needed a little help with, and she was right on there. So, and James too. Every once in a while, he was in Florida the other day, and he went to a shop, and he discovered that he really liked this person's energy, so he had a reading. And James, listen, he'll come out to me and say, Kelly, this is what I think about that, and blah, and I'll do the same for him. So, just because we are in this, we do this, doesn't mean that we wouldn't, every once in a while seek something like that out as well. If somebody's really good. If somebody's not, then I'm not going to waste mine for a second. But anyway, I hope that answers your question. Okay, Jennifer Rispoli, please, I'm looking for a message for my twin brother I lost almost 2 years ago. Oh, Jennifer, I'm so sorry. That is a rough one. Losing a twin, very rough, because that's the other half of you, and you both come in together. Hold on a second. Let's get a card from him. Okay, here you go, honey. He says, I send you loving signs through nature. And it's so funny. Yesterday we have a butterfly garden that we've just planted here on the farm. And it reminds me of this. So just know that, look for signs, and everybody can do this. Look for signs, butterflies, look for coins on the ground, look for all kinds of things. Okay, Jennifer, he's going to be around, sweetheart. And also, I just heard that he's going to be in your dreams. So pay a lot of attention to your dreams. Okay, because I know that. Okay, happy and lucky. Hello, beautiful Kelly. Well, hello there. I lost my mom in April. I'm so sorry. And when she passed, it was at 5:55. Boy, 555 means change. She got it. I don't mean to laugh, but that's a big change. As they say, that's a big one. May I have a card for guidance? And you're an 8 of clubs. Let's get you a card for guidance, honey. Definitely. Let's get a card from your mom first, and then we'll do a card for guidance. An 8 of clubs, you have a great mind, a great mind. I see all your thoughts. Your mom is right there with you, honey. She sees all your thoughts, and you would have a lot of thoughts, because 8 of clubs, they're not highly go lightly. They have a lot of thoughts in there, a lot of heads, a lot of thoughts here. Let's get you a card. Friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So maybe when your mom passed, you had to call on a lot of your friends. That happens too, right? Okay, I'm Trisha. Here we go. Jen Matthews. Hi, Kelly. I need some guidance. My daughter feels like there's a dark spirit around her, scaring her all the time. She feels like something is with her. I told her to put a white light around her. She's only 8 years old. I don't know what else to tell her. Her birthday is 11/16. So let me just look at something here. So 11/16, she is a 6 of clubs. 6 of clubs has a mind that, goes. So there would be some anxiety here. Let me think about this for a second. I love that you told her to put light right around her. I'm wondering if you can give her some books on angels. Angels. I don't know if did she see something on TV? Was there a loss in the family that scared her? 8 is an age where they, definitely could go down that road. Obviously it doesn't mean that there's a dark energy there or any of that. I'm wondering if she had heard about that from somebody, or I would give her things like angels to hold on to. It's so funny. I used to have a company called Angel Headquarters, and I used to sell angel pillows. I was thinking, boy, that would be a good one for her. But anything that you can find that would be of comfort for her, and tell her that you're always there, for her. You're always there, that keep her safe, that she's good, that, that God loves her, it's those kind of things. I mean, keep it simple, but I would bring out the angels there, you know. So, but thank you for that. Kim Ann. Hi, Kim Ann. Hey, Kelly. We know the significance of the sign someone is born under, but is there also a significance to the sign someone dies under? I would say more than just the sign of the astrological sign. I would actually look at the exact date because that date means something. Like certain dates meaning an end. Like every day, like in your chart, in a destiny chart, you have a card for every single day. And so if somebody passed, like when my mom passed, she was a nine of spades. Nine of spades is the death card. I was like, seriously, mom? Just like that woman, the 555. It's like, wow, I'll be damned. And also in the destiny system, there's a each week, each pattern is a 6-week pattern. And so if it's like Saturn is work and can be death, health can be death. So I always look at that too. Like I have not looked at Tina Turner's because I haven't had time yet, but I will be looking into that. I'm kind of curious, but great question. Great question. Yeah, because we choose our exit point. And there are some days that are easier to exit than other days. For whatever reason, I don't know. But okay. January says my childhood I wouldn't call traumatic, but my 30s sure were. Okay, there you go. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Judy Loveland. Hi, Kelly. My daughter is having surgery next Thursday. That will change her life for the better. Her birthday is January 3rd. Will things go well? Yes. I'm glad she's going to have it a week from now. That would be yeah, honey. That's fine. That's fine. And January 3rd is that's not easy. Anybody that's born the first 13 days of January are pretty intense. But January 3rd is a Jack of Spades, and they come in for a higher initiation. So the fact that this will make life better for her, which means she may have taken on a very challenging life. So that's a good thing, Judy. Yeah, she'll be good. She'll be good. Okay, so thanks for asking that. I have to. Okay, wait, Trey Ann. She is wild and awesome. Such funny faces and direct. I think you were talking about Carolyn Mumolo, and she was very directed, very direct. Julie Munsterman. Hi, Kelly. Loved your show on Monday with James and Carolyn so much. I felt a really special energy with the three of you were together, and my psychic abilities seemed amplified. Oh, how great! Is that a phenomenon that's common when you with certain people? I felt powerful to me, and I loved it. Thanks so much. Thank you so much, Julie, for paying attention to that and seeing that. And the answer is yes. So when James and I are together, the energy is just, honestly, it feels like you can fly. And then you add Carolyn, and then it's like this. And then you add certain other people that we know that do this work, and its energy just like flies up. I actually was lucky when Mavis Patella was alive, and Mavis and Jean, her wife, and Lynn Probert, we all were together. Oh, and who else was with us? I can't remember who else was with us. I think that was it. And we were in Australia, and we got to sit in like by bringing up our energy in, I forget what they call it, like this box, and it was with Sonny. Oh, I wish I could remember his last name. Now I'm forgetting it. I'm sorry. And he did the special like voice box, and we were creating this energy. Oh my God. It was really powerful to be with Mavis and James at the same time. Oh, man. So yes, Julie, yeah. And in fact, anybody who's coming to Alaska with us, you'll feel that energy. And then the energy that will be created in that room is going to be so amazing. And then on top of that, the energy that's created in that space, you take pictures, and I'm telling you, you're going to see orbs that you just wouldn't believe. So if they're, I think James said we have a couple of spaces left for stepping into the spirit world with us. It's going to be an extraordinary cruise with James, honestly, extraordinary. So there you go. Let's see. What is this? I'm not sure what that means here. Vimla Nager. Hi, Kelly. May I receive a message from my mom? My mom, absolutely. So you're 3/18, March 18, is the Five of Diamonds. Five of Diamonds comes to understand in this lifetime self-worth. It's about self-worth. So let's get you a card from your beloved mother. I see all your thoughts too. So I did shuffle these and I got the same card. So just know your mom is around you. Okay. Paying attention to everything. Paying attention to everything. Okay. I love it. Okay. Lisa Garrity Gibson. Hi, Kelly. I too am struggling to find my career path. So you're 326. So 326 is a 10 of clubs. Now, let me tell you about 10 of clubs. 10 of clubs has to do something creative and or business. And often I find it's business and creative. And the 10 of clubs, because they're so talented, they can do so many things, and they have a brain that has a brain. They anxiety and worry gets in the mind. I would say this, Lisa, find a lane that works for you that you like, and then put all your energy into it. Because with that double brain power, boy, there's nothing you couldn't do. You can make anything happen. If you're struggling to find the career path, what makes you happy? Kind of go in that, because you have such a brain, it will follow. So, okay, you can do it. You can do it. Definitely you can do it. Yvonne Brubaker. Hi, Yvonne. Can I have a card, please? You're a 216. So February 16 is a 9 of diamonds. So let's talk 9 of diamonds. 9 of diamonds is going to make you laugh, but I'm sure it's truth. 9 of diamonds is, we call them the givers, because you give and you give and you give for life. For life. It is it's remarkable how much you will give in this lifetime. And you come to complete something, complete a soul cycle. So let's get a card. Oh God, that's so weird. What's going on with me and picking the same cards even though I just did? Change for you, Yvonne. Change coming up. It's probably a good thing, okay? Probably a good thing. So here we go. Debbie Jones Griffin. Kelly, I lost my mom and my only sister less than 6 months apart. Oh, God, Debbie, I am so sorry. Is there a message for me? I keep looking for signs. 6/26 is my birthday. Oh, Debbie, let's get you a card. They're together, honey. They're together. I have a man on the side with them, too. It must be your father with them. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. 6/26. Let me just see something here. Oh, 4 of clubs. Yeah, 4 of clubs. We get hit hard, 4 of clubs. I am not kidding you. 4 of clubs is not an easy one. And that's such a hard one. I'm so sorry, but let me get you a card. Okay, here you go from your mom. We will be together again. Okay. And I've got chills on that. So just know that. Also, I want to give a card out to oh my God, Vicky. Are you listening, Vicky? I'm going to give you a card from your beloved Mike. Okay. Oh, he's got a good sense of humor. I am not dead. It sure feels that way, Vicky. I know that does. I think he's given you more signs than any husband I have ever heard of in my life, ever. Okay, Josie Strupitus Jackson. My dad died the day after my birthday. That's a hard one, isn't it? I was with him, helping him. He almost died on my birthday, but not. Is that significant? Yes, I think he didn't want to ruin the date for you. Honestly, Josie, I swear to God, it's fascinating how that works. It is, because I think he probably didn't want the stigma of that for you. You know, let's get you a card from your dad, honey. Oh, that's a tough one, isn't it? Okay. I love this. I am so much better now. So pay attention to rainbows. Pay attention to, just know your dad's feeling a lot better, especially if there was a lot of illness, you know, with him. Hold on a second. So here's a question from Gabrielle. Gabrielle, I hope I'm saying your name right. She said, I was told it was not possible to conceive naturally. This past February, I unexpectedly became pregnant, but it ended in a miscarriage. Can you tell me why this happened and if I will ever conceive naturally again? We did IVF to conceive our son. Thank you. Love watching you and James. And you are a Jack of Hearts. Your birthday is 8/28. Jack of Hearts comes to sacrifice. I'm going to say this. I would say keep trying just naturally. And if you need to do IVF again, do it. Because I feel like there is another baby around you. And I would keep trying. I would keep trying. Okay. And, you know, also, I told this to somebody yesterday. I'm going to tell this to you. put your bed on the north, where you're sleeping on the north side, because when we had our guest on our show, Michael Mastro, on Both Sides Now and Beyond with James, we had him on our show about a month ago, or maybe even 4 or 5 weeks ago. But we talked about if you were going to try to get pregnant, sleep on the north side, meaning that the head goes on the north side of the room. So try that, okay? And I'm telling a lot of people about that because I think it would be important. This is from Debbie Wallace. She said, I would love a reading. You told me that I have the hardest life path. Yeah, because you're May 16th, 3 of diamonds. I lost my son to suicide, lots of other tragedies. So sorry, Debbie. I'm so sorry. Suicide is such a hard one. It is. Let me get you a card. Oh my God, from your son. Okay, I am so sorry. He says, I am so sorry. Please forgive me. Okay, I hope you're watching this. Okay, really, I know he is. I know he is. Okay, Charlene Miller. Mandy Hammer, I will always miss her and love her very much. She was the other half and had the same sense of humor. I know that she visits with me and watches over me. She gives me signs with doves. When her funeral was finished and I went home, I opened the front door and my front lawn was covered in doves. Wow. It was amazing and jaw-dropping. I never saw anything like this at my house. I know it was my sister. I call all the doves I see now Barbara's. Oh, I have chills. Wow. Let me get you a card there. That is just a great story. Wow. Isn't that something? Oh, I get chills. Boy, I wonder how she says to tell you I'm surrounded by loving animals. Okay. But I love that. Oh my gosh. What a great story. Okay. Yes. Okay. Christy Oucher. Hi, Kelly. Okay. I would love to hear from my daughter. You betcha. From Let's Get a Card for your beloved daughter too, honey. Let's get a card from her. She says, my death was painless, so don't worry or hold on to any guilt. Okay. And I don't think you do. I hope you don't. I hope you don't hold on to any guilt. Okay. She's always around you. She's always, always around you. Lori Kimmel, may I have a card from my brother, Rory? My birthday is 1/30. I love the name Rory. What a great name. That is a great name, Rory. Let's get a card from your brother, Rory. That is a really cool name. Okay. Is anybody watching Succession? I just can't get enough of that show. And I know that it's going to be over next week, or this week, Sunday. But it reminded me of Roy, the last name Roy, when I heard Rory. So 1:30. 1:30 is a 10 of clubs. So another 10 of clubs has a brain that has a brain. But let's get a card from your brother. Okay. Don't be afraid, he says. So I have to say, I'm not sure what kind of challenges you're going through. Often they know long before you know what you're going through. So it says, don't be afraid. Don't have any fear. There you go. Just know that. Here we go. And Margaret, I know you can't wait. It's going to be so fun, right? To go on this cruise with everybody. It's going to be a lot of fun here. Okay. Elizabeth. Oh, here we go. Lori Delaneva Sherbrooke. Hello, I am a Reiki master and very intuitive, possibly psychic. Great. I've been doing James's course and have trouble with my career path. I feel this is my calling. I sent it to the universe. But yay, I feel people aren't finding me. Not sure if I should focus more on my strength as a Reiki master or I am intuitive, possibly with psychic abilities. Can I help? I wonder what your birthday is, Lori. That I don't have. But the thing is, all of this, and I try to tell people this all the time, it takes time, like to master the craft. And it's a constant learning and growing and putting all your heart and soul into it. So don't give up. You can certainly put the psychic ability, obviously, with being a Reiki master. I mean, totally. It takes time for people to find you. It takes time for, it takes a lot of social media. It takes a lot of word of mouth. When I started this, it was frankly just word of mouth. That's how this all happened. But it just takes time. And then you have to constantly be putting your energy into you. Take as many classes, do free sessions for people. I mean, things start to come out, okay? And always stay in that spiritual frame of mind, always, because it just takes time. Every single thing takes time, okay? Just know that. So let's see here. Okay, Beth Ann Roberts. Hi, Kellee. My son transitioned 8/7/2021. He OD'd. I'm so sorry. So sorry, Beth Ann. I used to get signs all the time, but they have tapered off. What's he up to? My birthday is 12/31. So 12/31, we don't have a card for that. We call that the Joker card because somebody was born on the 12/31 in the destiny system. They're hard people to read because they chose to come in to really make their own path. So you may not have put a lot of things in your chart. You may have put very little because when you got here on Earth, you wanted to kind of do what you wanted to do. So that is a possibility with a 12/31. That I'd have to look at it astrologically. So for that one, but I'm sorry your son OD'd. I'm sorry about that, honey. But let me get a card for him. Interesting. Life is a series of choices. Choose love. So whatever you're doing in life, always choose love because your son is around you. Okay. Let's see. A couple more. Let's see. Vincy Sawyers. My friend Cindy died on Holy Thursday of this year. Her birthday was 5/16. Any messages? Well, 5/16 is a tough one because that's 3 of diamonds. That's a tough one we were just saying. So let me get a message. Let's see if we can get a message from Cindy. Ooh, she's active. Here we go. There is no time where I am. Time is only on Earth. So I think she's enjoying being on the other side because there is no time here. That's the thing about Earth, right? There's everything. Oh my gosh. It's like a hustle bustle world here, right? It is not an easy place to be. So it is a tough one. Mary Snyder. Hi, Kellee. My husband passed 29 years ago. Wow. Any messages? And your birthday is February 1st. Wow. Okay. So February 1st, Jack of Spades. Jack of Spades is not, and it's not for sissies, as they say. That's a Jack of Spades somebody that, Jack of Spades, I can see losing their husband nearly 30 years ago. I totally get that with the Jack of Spades because it means the spiritual initiate. And how do we get to that place of deep spirituality? And it's often through loss, actually. So let me get you a card from your husband here. Tears cleanse the soul, which is always good for all Jack of Spades to remember that. Okay, that tears, it's a good thing, actually. Charlene Miller says, oh, that is so right on. I am so happy that she's surrounded by animals. Barbara loved animals. Oh, good. Two, along with her animals that have passed to go with my sister. I always tell my animals that they are, perfect, that they are being taken care of. So, I'm so glad. It's so comforting. Thank you. Yay. Okay. Oh, when my sister passed, her husband put her cats down. Wow. What an ass. That's a weird thing. That's a weird statement. And on that statement, everybody, I want everybody to, I know this week is Memorial Weekend. I hope you have something planned. We're going to have a barbecue here on the farm. And I'm going to finally finish my planting that I didn't get to do. I did a little bit, but not enough. So I'm going to go do that this weekend. And I'm looking forward to nice weather. Go figure. Anyway, have a great week, everybody. And then James and I will not be live on Monday because it's Memorial Day, but we'll be back the following Monday, and I'll be back next Thursday, and we'll do a whole astrology. So take care, everybody. And I have some sessions available in June if anybody's interested in a session with me. All right. Take care, everybody.
You've been listening to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White.